Some have the philosophy, if it ain't Boeing I ain't going. Others prefer Airbus because of its advanced technology designed to reduce human error, one of the leading causes of air accidents. But is Boeing or Airbus better than the other? In this video we take a look at their similarities and differences. You might be thinking, why only Airbus versus Boeing? Why not Cessna versus Piper? Well, this is due to the two companies being in a duopoly. A duopoly is an oligopoly where only two producers exist in one market. Airbus and Boeing have been the only two producers of the large jet airliner market since the 1990s. This has been the result of a series of mergers within the aerospace industry. Airbus began as a European consortium, which is an association of two or more individuals, companies, organizations or governments, that come together to achieve a common goal. While Boeing has merged with its former arch-rival, McDonnell Douglas. Other manufacturers such as Lockheed Martin, Convair, Fairchild Aircraft, British Aerospace, and Fokker have been unable to compete with this market and have subsequently withdrawn. Mergers in the aerospace industry hasn't been the only reason from the competition between Airbus and Boeing. Outsourcing has been another factor. Since many of the world's airlines are wholly or partially government-owned, aircraft procurement decisions are often taken according to political criteria. In other words, Boeing and Airbus seek to gain a competitive advantage by subcontracting production of aircraft components or assemblies to manufacturers in countries of strategic importance. For example, since 1974, Boeing has maintained long-standing relationships with Japanese suppliers including Mitsubishi and Kawasaki, which has helped Boeing achieve almost a total dominance in the Japanese market for commercial jets. On the other hand, since Airbus is a consortium, it has had fewer opportunities to outsource significant parts beyond its own European plants. However, in 2009, Airbus opened an assembly plant in Tianjin, China for the production of its A320 family. Although Airbus has been lagging behind in outsourcing, it has sought to compete with Boeing by introducing advanced technology. In the 1970s, Airbus made the most extensive use of composite materials on its A300 family, yet seen in an aircraft of that era. It was also the first wide-body jet to have a two-man crew, by automating the flight engineer's functions. In the 1980s, Airbus was also the first to introduce fly-by-wire controls in its A320 fleet. This system replaces the conventional manual flight controls of an aircraft with an electronic interface. The movement of flight controls are converted to electronic signals transmitted by wires, hence the fly-by-wire term, and the computers determine how to move the actuators at each control surface to provide the ordered response. With Airbus now an established competitor to Boeing, both companies use advanced technology to seek performance advantages in their products, particularly in weight reduction and fuel efficiency. When some decide whether to fly Boeing or Airbus, they often compare the safety and quality of both companies. This is a huge misconception, and although older models such as the Boeing 707, 727, 737 and 747 classics, Airbus A300, and A320 have had higher rates of fatal accidents, both aircraft manufacturers have good safety records on recently manufactured aircraft, such as the Boeing 737NG and Airbus A320 Next Generation. So by convention, both companies tend to avoid safety comparisons when selling their aircraft to airlines or comparisons on product quality.